You guys ever use like industrial strength solvents to clean messes in your house? Kind of goes crazy. In an era of every single cleaning product being quote unquote all natural, we mix like sparkling water and lemon juice in a spray bottle. It feels pretty good to have a mess and spray it with something, and then when it hits the floor, it goes like. And then when you spray the natural stuff, like if the cat throws up on the hardwood, I spray the natural stuff on it. It takes like at least 3 minutes for it to soften up enough to even have a chance to wipe, and I'm still digging like my fingernails in it. When you spray like the shit that you're not supposed to have anymore on it, it takes like maybe 3 seconds. It's insane. That cannot be good for you, but when you're in a rush, holy cow. Still laughing about sorry for the mess? It does feel good. It feels like aura maxing to have a clean house and apologize for the mess. Or to go over to someone's house so your kids can have a play date, and then their house is messy, and you're like, oh, we know what it's like. And then you reciprocate and bring them over to your house, and that bitch is fucking spotless. Just, you get it twisted. You should be aura farming at all times. You should be parent mogging everybody else in your social circle. Not really, but like with respect to cleanliness, for sure. They got some, we all got pluses and minuses. They got some legs up in some situations. Not all of them are 5'10". Some of them are even like 6 foot even. I showed my partner the clip of you saying it's an aura farm to call me a dork, and she said, oh, I like this guy, and did heart hands. I believe your girlfriend is real. But that reaction is very Lars and the real girl. She hit the emote wheel on you after she saw the clip? I'm just going to say, good for you. Good for you. That actually sounds kind of sick. Don't say that she's a sim. She might be listening right now. She wouldn't understand because we're not going... But she'll pick up the tone at least. She'll pick up the tone. She did hit the emote wheel, plus she's an essential worker. Fuck! I've insulted an essential worker. You know what I always say? This is like this bit spiraling. But occasionally I'll pass by this Domino's, and the Domino's has a sticker on the window that says, we support essential workers. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, everybody does. No disrespect, but like, you're also a pizza place. And that was 5 years ago. So I'm kind of surprised at the sticker. It's just something that is like, I remark to myself upon it every single time. And I was also thinking, it's crazy that like every chain restaurant was like started by somebody who wanted to like open a pizzeria. They're like, my granddad wanted to open a pizzeria. And now their son, who is the devil incarnate, but there's many of them these days, is the CEO of a multinational quick service restaurant business. It's like my grandfather was he's a pizza entrepreneur so that I could be the CEO of Yum Brands International, so that my son could be the CEO of, who knows, man, like Ford Motor Company or something. Whatever happened to just putting your knuckles in the fucking dough, buddy? Granddad wanted to serve delicious pizza at a fair price to his neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, 2 generations later, your DNA is up on stage talking about, well, the corporate guidance. We're exposed a little bit to the tariffs because we import our pepperoni from Peru or whatever. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're from a pizza family. Shut up. What are you talking about? EBITDA. You should be talking about putting the cheese on the pizza and then serving it to me, and I'll give you a cash tip. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's the most Balatro-esque music since Balatro. You guys listen to the This American Life episode where they tried to do a pseudoscientific test over whether nice or mean servers get higher tips, and then the first night mean servers got more tips, and they were like, oh shit, this is crazy. And then like every subsequent night they got exactly the same amount of tips. And their conclusion was people just tip whatever they're going to tip anyway. It really doesn't matter the quality of the service. That's 100% true, man. When they said that, I said, that's damn true. I tip on service. If it's really bad, I leave an explanation on the receipt. They're going to kill you for that one, Cotty. They're going to kill you for that one. Because this might not be the case, but they are going to assume that you're writing stuff like it took you 3 minutes to bring me a refill for my glass of water, and that's why you lost 20% of your tip. I don't know if that's actually what's happening, but they're going to, that's the first thing that it conjures in your mind. You're going to see the receipt on Reddit one day. I will say, I wouldn't say I'm pro-tipping, because it's a spicy subject, but tipping is the law of the land, culturally speaking. Oh, that being said, the shaming of the receipts, slightly post-COVID, it was starting to get to me a little bit, man. It was starting to get to me. When people would post like a receipt for like an 8-top table or something like that and be like, they only gave me a 15% tip, and then like half the replies are like, that's criminal, and the other half of the replies were like, wait, what's the problem? I was one of those guys going, that seems like not that bad. That seems somewhat standard to me. Low tip for a big party? Yeah, but there's more people. So the tip goes up because you have more people, because the receipt is bigger. The Drew Brees receipt shaming for a pickup is what did it for me. Wait. Okay, hang on. I've zeroed in on you on the hunt. I'm not familiar with this. Can I get an elaboration on this? In 2013, Drew Brees faced online criticism for a $3 tip he left on a $74 takeout order at a San Diego restaurant. That's culture war stuff, okay? Because that's tough. That's multiple different issues, okay? The first issue is that some people think you shouldn't tip on takeout at all. The second issue is that the tip is like, I don't even know. The tip is like 5%, and a $3 tip on $74 is crazy. Because it's, you at the very least, $1 to take it to 75 if you think you shouldn't tip to begin with, or $6 to take it to $80. That's something. Like, just giving them 3 seems crazy to me. The other thing is, Drew Brees, and listen, we're not in the same financial class, but like, if you're Drew Brees, you gotta know you're Drew Brees. So if you leave a $3 tip that you picked up in person, that shit is going viral on ESPN.com. So just for like insurance, you should at least be tipping $26 and taking it to 100. Because you're A, you're famous, and B, you were probably on a contract where you were making like $28 million a year. You gotta pay the famous tax. Every once in a while, if I go to a cafe and it's all old people, and the person working behind the counter is old, boom, 2%. You don't know who I am. If it's a baddest lefty with a wolf cut, I'm like 35%. I can't risk this getting out. I can't risk that. I consider it like you're astroturfing future stories. Like, one day someone will be like, oh, my nephew's a big fan of this streamer. And they'll be like, I gave him coffee once, amazing tipper. He was so nice, he said thank you like 30 times, and he tipped 80% on his order. Nicest guy, he's a real one. He's the nicest guy that's ever come in. He said sorry for shit that wasn't even like, you didn't need to apologize for at all. He said sorry like 3 times that the point of sale machine was taking too long to approve the transaction. There's also, I think we need to overcorrect. And I say this as someone whose special interest is like following unwritten codes of social behavior. We need to stop being so concerned about breaking unwritten rules at private businesses. Some unwritten rules are good. Like, for example, you should not pull your butt out in the restaurant. But the one, I think where I gave up is when people said you're a dickhead for ordering a mojito at a bar that has mojito on the cocktail menu. That's where I was like, it's on the menu. And then like at least half of the people in chat were like, it takes a long time to make, and if they're busy, then that sucks for them. And I'm like, but it's on the menu. It's on the menu. Seems crazy. Take it off the menu, or be like, we're out of cane sugar right now. Can I get you like a rum and coke instead? You could just lie, man. Yeah. Give us your best Gen Z stare. So I'm not trying to restoke gender war, okay? We need to be allied. Gen Z and millennials, we need to be allied, but sometimes being allied means you need to make fun of each other. Gen Zs outside, when they see a dog, Gen Z's outside when they see my kid. What's your kid doing in the Jellycat section of the toy store? Don't you know this is for 24-year-olds? Excuse me, could you move your spawn out of the way? They're blocking the Jellycat I want to look at. Anyway, sorry. Millennials are the puppet people? I don't know, I am one, so I gotta insult somebody else, sorry. It's Dice a Million. It's Dice a Million, y'all. It's Balatro with dice. It looks good, we're gonna give it a try. But first, hey NL, normally a VOD watcher. I've got a hydrocelectomy on Friday. How bad's the recovery? I don't think I can give you, first off, you came to the right place. I don't know if too many other people have openly admitted to having a hydrocelectomy. One in chat if you've had a hydrocele removed from your scrotum. But here's what I'll say. The recovery was not bad for me. I got probably like a week's worth of Tylenol 3s with codeine. And I took them for 1 dose, aka like half a day. And then I threw the rest in the trash. I said, I don't need this garbage. I'm a warrior. The other thing that I would say is that I was literally 16 or 17. So I still had Wolverine healing factor. And if you are older, and you might not be much older, but if you're like my age now, I would expect the recovery to be a little worse just due to like timing. Like when I recovered from my wisdom teeth at like 28, that was a different story. Also, and I mean this sincerely, the worst part of the hydrocelectomy was not even residual pain in the area, which was fairly dull. After that, it was legitimately that the gauze they put on was like hyper glue wax. So in order to, like 2 weeks after the surgery, in order to remove the dressing, the surgical dressing, I had to soak in the bathtub for like 2 hours with a razor and a pair of scissors trying to like cut the hair out of the area to then be able to go rip. And I did, trust me, it was like a process. So if anything, if you ain't got anything to do today, and I hate to give you a chore because this is a chore that takes a while, if you could shave your shit smooth today. I don't even know if that'll help you because it'll be like a couple weeks before you gotta take the gauze off. Or maybe gauze has come a long way. Maybe like dressing has come a long way in the last 20 years or something like that, and there'll be like a little QR code you scan and it just goes beep. But yeah, that was the worst part for sure. Porcelain figurine. Isn't this the chocolate gorilla that melts in the pot of milk before it can tell you it's the truth that it's been trying to get for his whole life? Yes, that is Milk Ape. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's like, before I go, the secret to getting an S-rank Uma in Uma Musume is the visa. That's it's the Cobalt Amex because you get 5 times points on digital spends. I don't have that one though, so I'm free to play, unfortunately. Psycho Die! Adds the face of other nearby dice to their extra value. Bro, there's AoE! There's AoE dice, bro! They got space mechanics! They put some omelette you cook in the dice with death. United Kingdom, is it true that you have a 2 pence coin? Can I ask you what the fuck you're thinking? A penny is crazy enough. To still be using the penny is insane. We got rid of it. America got rid of it. Get in line. But like having a second coin that is like, hey, this way you don't have to use 2 pennies. You can just use, oh, the US didn't? Never mind. Get a life. We still mog you. Didn't you sign? I thought that was one of the 30,000 executive orders or whatever. No, we are getting rid of it soon. It was. Okay, yeah. That's ancient history. That was like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, England, figure it out, man. 2 pence coin? Get a life. I don't know why you got 7 cents coming back from the cashier. They're like, how do you want your change? It doesn't matter. Just hang on to it for me. Why do you talk like that if you're Canadian? Post your full blood work or your mile time if you're gonna talk shit. It's that simple. I legally can't ask you to post a shirtless photo. It's probably TOS, but there's no rule against asking you for your mile time or your blood work. 5:23, that's crazy work. You're fucking fast, man. Didn't they make a movie about that? 13 minutes? Hey, you know what? The fact that you answered means you passed the ego check. The fact that you answered passes the ego check. If you went, well, that doesn't mean anything. Lots of people are, that's when you lose the ego check. Posting a real time indicating that you actually have a baseline for it means you passed. What's with the spike in Balatro style games? I think you'll find that prior to the existence of Balatro, there weren't that many, and post the release of Balatro, there's a lot more. Hey, Skylar Kroom, what's with the rise of third-person action games where the protagonist is a white guy in his late 20s with a little bit of scruff, who either does parkour or has to carry an assault rifle and then sprint and get behind cover and then pop out of cover and go bop, 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 and then get behind cover again and then go bop, 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 bop. What's with the rise of those? When did that happen? You're still in it, bro. You're still in it. 15 years ago? 15 years ago wasn't that long ago if you're 36 years old. That's all I'm gonna say. Hello, honey. Hello, kitty. How are you? Meow, meow. Good morning. Oh, you're having a conversation with Ruka. That makes sense. What's he saying back? Meow? That makes sense. Tomo, did you hear, Tomo? Cat treats. I don't think this is gonna do it. Tomo, you don't want any cat treats? What kind of cat? Oh, Asian too. That's supposed to be Tomo's favorite. I bet if you leave him a few cat treats right at the edge of the desk, he'll come. But he might not. Yeah, right there. But he might not eat them until you leave, because sometimes you can be a little intimidating for a little kitty like Tomo. Hello. Oh, really? For audio-only listeners, my wife just came down and dropped a Jehovah's Witness business card on my desk, which is crazy because I'm wearing the Ricky Gervais atheism uniform today. I'm wearing a black t-shirt, black pants, and as when I put it on, it was like when Topher Grace gets compromised by the symbiote suit in Spider-Man 3. I was like, just so you know, mate, I don't really think God's real.
I thought it was like a... And I was like, oh my gosh. I opened it, then like, guys, you ever wonder why there's...
To which you replied,
No.
That's crazy to open the door and have them say, do you ever wonder why there's so many problems in the world?
And I was like, oh, this is like so bad. And he's like, don't worry, I'm Christian.
Oh, thank God.
And I said, oh, okay.
I was worried this was about religion.
And then he said, you have a religion? And I said,
oh.
And then he's like, oh, that means you must be Chinese.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Said, you were like nailed it.
No, I'm Korean. And he's like, oh, you're Korean? Korean people are all Christian. And I was like, nah. And then he said, are you straight from like Vancouver or are you from Korea? And I said, from Korea. Anyways, I'm from the Jehovah's Witness. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, you ever wonder why there is so much problems with our website?
You know what's crazy? He probably left and was like, I nailed that one.
No, I was like pinching, closing
the door.
I was closing the door and my eyes were like, he's like, you believe in God? Like, if there's a God? And I said, no. And it said, oh, it's because you never really... And I wondered, and I don't think there's... And he's like, oh. And I think I just gave him a
that was, yeah.
wall over wall.
Imagine if I opened it in the Ricky Gervais cosplay, though. He would have been like, oh, shit. He would have been like, ah! Ah! Sorry, I think I've got the wrong house. Yeah, I think you do have the wrong house, actually, because my house is big and in a nice neighborhood because I'm very wealthy from not believing in God, right? So here's the thing. You believe that there's a fucking man in the sky who fucking does good stuff or whatever, and I don't. And I'm very wealthy and I play tennis. So how do you feel about that then? Teethless behavior. I really want to see this ancient die work, man. I think it's going to happen. This is the round where it's going to happen. Yeah, we got to stop opening our door. Because it really is, and this sounds bad, but like it would annoy you too. 90% of the time it's canvassing for a political party that I'm not going to vote for, just to be frank, or a charity, some of which I have supported, but many of which don't appear to enjoy taking cash. They only want to do donations as a service, as a recurring credit card charge monthly, or religious canvassing like this. But then like 1 out of every 10 times, it's our neighbor being like, hey, you guys left your garage door open. So I really need to keep opening the door for that one because I don't want to go to sleep with my garage door open and then maybe get like all my yard equipment stolen easily, like without putting up any resistance whatsoever. So I guess I'll just keep opening it and like being polite or whatever, but it's a hassle for sure. Good luck, y'all. Multiply 1s by 3. Fuck you. I think I got scammed, man. I think I got scammed. It's because the dice goes back into your hand? Yeah, but I didn't want the note to go back into my hand. I wanted the note to stay on the board. My post-it, Jerry, that's so good. My post-it's not posting. You got the cheap post-its. They're falling off the computer monitor in 30 seconds. You gotta get the 3M. Jerry, you didn't buy the dollar store post-its, did you? Well, they're all sticky notes. They're all the same. They're all sticky. You gotta get the name brand sticky notes. You gotta get those 3M sticky notes, Jerry. Don't cheap out on the sticky notes this time. You gotta get the good sticky notes, Jerry. They don't stick. He's fucked. We're just gonna make... All right, here's the thing. I'm sorry to do this. Is asymmetrical. A lot of you weren't here for the conversation. We're not going to 2x 664. The reason we're not going to 2x 664 is would somebody like to explain why? No. The boss. Thank you, Nectarine. The boss makes even score 0 and odds score. So we're not gonna double up on a 664 on the boss because double of 664, doubling any number, any whole number becomes an even number. That'll really fuck with you, man. Anything times 2 creates an even number. Think about that. That might help you out next time you have a computer science job interview or something. I don't know, maybe you'd rather just use a modulo or something like that. That was last run, buddy? Oh, shit. Fuck! You're right. Never mind. Okay. I forgot we've been losing a lot. You got me on that one. You cooked me. Okay. Have mercy. I'm just a guy. Have mercy. Yes. No vampire. Although it would multiply everything else by the total of the dice that it freaking... Oh, and then you can fucking... Choose me? I guess I should choose. But it's like I don't have to choose, because if I roll vamp and it doesn't hit this, we stand a very good chance. Don't use any magnets on this one. We stand a very good chance to get a huge mult off of it. I didn't choose, but it rolled 661. I didn't even choose and it rolled it. My God. Buy lottery tickets. Buy lottery tickets today. You should roll a 661. But don't get hit by the vampire dice, please. Huge. And then the Rubik's Cube. No, we're chill. We made it. We made it anyway. Reroll anything. Carlos rolled a 2. I'm content with this roll. Carlos rolling a 2 is fine by me. Holy shit. 1.04 million points. Welcome back, Balatro. Welcome back. Because this is just for sport. Save the card for a boss. We rolled a 614, bro! What's going on? That was 6,000 points. You think NL was one of those guys doing BXR in Halo 2, or was he just jamming? I wasn't doing BXR. What I was doing was I was playing on that map where you could, there was like a little gravity well in the center of the map. It was a very small map with lots of ramps. You would crouch walk into where the ramp met the ground. And if you just did this for like, I'd say maybe 10, 15 seconds, it would cause a lot of momentum to get stored up inside of your character. And then you would run up the ramp, jump and land in a specific spot on the floor, and you would bounce so high that you went out of the map. And then you would, if you did it right, you could land through a hole on the top of the center of the map and then put yourself in jail in the center. And then you would just be like, help me, I'm in jail, I'm in jail. And every once in a while on open comms, you'd meet some cool people. Nowadays, I don't know if that would work. Nowadays, people would probably, no, maybe nowadays people are more into the improv. Back in the day, though, it was like 50-50. Some people would be like, look at this guy, he's in jail, ha ha ha. And some guys would just walk over and be like, kung, kung, and then you'd have to do the super bounce again. But it was a good time, man. I'd do anything to go back, to be honest with you. What's your favorite number-sided dice? It's a much better question for an adult than what's your favorite color. I'm a D6 guy, for sure. And I think it says a lot about you. What does the D6 say about me? I'm relative normie. I like normie board games. I like the classics. I like the standards. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I have spin down D20s, but if you ever go, oh, we can't roll that, it's a spin down, it's not random, I'm gonna say, okay, that's fine, I should have known. And then like after you leave, I'm gonna be like, what was that guy's problem? Like that's me, man. That's me right there. Hi, Ricky. Ricky, I watched you watch Baggage last night. I was freaking out, man. It's no fun to talk about this when you're streaming it or you're watching someone streaming it. I'm pretty sure that Gaggle is 100% scripted now that we're in the sober light of day. But if they didn't, and they might have really existed, because the late 2000s, early 2010s are like a weird cultural like dead zone where Katy Perry was by far the most popular artist, and I use capital A artist there, in the entire world. And like grown adults with PhDs were willfully listening to like Firework and stuff like that. But she picked the guy who he's had the same pair of underpants since high school, man. What is she doing? Have some respect. That's all they used to play at the gym. I can't even hate, man. I was doing a lot of treadmill running inside in 2014. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? I'm gonna marry her anyway. It's just like catastrophic, man. Not what you want to hear when you're jogging, but especially not like, I don't know, 4 times a run. Marry that girl, marry her anyway. Hating on 2010's pop is very being 10 in 2010 energy. No, it's very like being 21 to 22 in 2010 and then listening to a lot of this trash top 40 with the ears of an adult, I guess. But I guess if you wanted to, you could just say like everyone who disagrees with your opinion on music is 10 years old or something. It's kind of crazy to do that. Well, I don't know, defending TikTok by Kesha. And I'm not insulting Kesha the person. I'm insulting TikTok the song. Her other 2 songs clear it, okay? Your Love Is My Drug clears it. And then what's the other one that I always forget about? We Are Who We Are. That's the one. Hang on, I need to get 1 million in one roll. You roll the whole deck and you have to get 1 milli? A little short on that one. Guys, I have a new character. A new character. Guy who's deleted all social media but is still trying to have conversations. Hey, dude, did you hear that they're doing a congressional inquiry into Caitlin Clark getting fouled? Oh, no, I didn't see that. But did you see that Greg Ramier is to replace retiring Pet Value CEO Richard Maltzbarger? Did you see that? Did you see that Pet Value replaced its CEO? Word, I saw that. Yeah. Did you see, wait, I'm just trying to find a good one. Dude, did you see that dress? What do you think? Is it blue and black or white and gold? Yeah. Did you see that? Did you see Did you see that universities are transforming empty offices into urban school offshoots? Did you see that? It went platinum on the Globe and Mail. Did you see that Health Canada is taking longer to approve generic drugs? Did you see that one? You see that zombie kid that loves turtles? Rumor has it he's defending Katy Perry in my chat right now. Nah, he's chill. Let's do some Merge Maestro, dude. No? I've had it up to here with you, brother. You also said the last game is the only game of the ones we've played in the last 2 weeks that was actually good. We've played like 50 games in the last 2 weeks. Go ahead, drop. What's your favorite game of the last 12 months? And you can't say Expedition 33. You should, and if you're like, but that's the best game, okay, name your second favorite then. Name your second favorite. Don't think that you can hide. You've got 5 mod actions and 930 messages. That's a bad ratio, bro. I straight up banned you. I manually banned you. That was not but 2 months ago. Deserved for bad grammar and bad vibes. I should have read the room better and not brought toxicity in the chat environment. I will reflect and will not bully the streamer for playing games that are my personal favorites. Damn, some things never fucking change, man. You did not reflect and you didn't modify your behavior in the slightest. Gen Z, you guys need to tear this one up yourself, okay? Because as a millennial, I can't punch down on Gen Z. I need it to be like, have you ever seen The Descent? You got to take justice into your own hands on this one. Been a decade of insulting people for insulting me, and then they reply with, I'm depressed. You guys got to handle this one yourself, okay? Don't appear invisible in chat thinking you're gone. I still got you. Just so you think I forgot your username? You think I forgot that there's an underscore at the end? Sips on notice. Who's this Sips? Did they ever say what their favorite game in the last 12 months is? I'm not even... If you're still here, Jomo, if you're still here, I'm not punching down on you. I've said that I'm not punching down, ergo I'm not punching down. I asked them for their favorite game in the last 12 months, and don't say Expedition 33. You know what they said? RimWorld DLC. It's like there's always a technicality. I love gaming. I love to follow gaming. I love new games. My favorite new game? Old game. I would say old game. New content for old game greater than sign. It's good. I believe that. I mean, I trust my friend Justin. RimWorld's a great game. Yeah, we've been saying it since 2015, bro. I'm asking you to interface with something new. If you're going to say, you know, all this shit is bad, I want to know what came out recently that's good. Otherwise, I think you might be looking at shit through fucking turd-colored glasses. I played a lot of awesome new shit in the past 3 months or so. Maybe that's just because I got, like, fucking marshmallow-tinted glasses instead of turd-tinted glasses or whatever. 2 things. RimWorld is a game where you pick between 3 things, by the way. It's between... You have to choose between 3 architects at the start of the run. I think. There's Randy, and then the Liberty Mohawk person, and then there's another person, Randy Random, Cassandra, yeah, Cassandra Casual or whatever. Also, Dan, while you're here, you know what I was thinking? We're like halfway through summer vacation on our end. I know in the US it's like a little different. I think the kids go back to school a little earlier. It's striking me in a melancholic way that when you're a kid, there's like a hard delineation between grades. You leave grade 5, go on summer vacation, and then coming back in September is like a fresh start. Like it has a connection. There's some things that carry over from the previous year, but it is like, okay, I'm seeing my friends again for the first time, maybe in like 2 months or 3 months or something like that. They're a little taller. They got different haircuts. What'd you do over the summer? Blah, blah, blah. Like people change, right? As a parent, We're experiencing time at the same pace, but it's very different, man. Because, like, for me, instead of like, oh, it's the summer vacation and then my kid's going to a new grade, you feel like you're on the bridge that's taken you from one to the other. It's very weird how you experience summer vacation differently. Through the eyes of yourself as a kid and through the eyes of yourself looking at your kid. You see it like continuously instead of discreetly. Not going T's insane. Buddy, we didn't have the space for tea. Oh, and you're gonna destroy my light bulb. Hammer becomes oregano. Oregano becomes super light bulb. Wait a second, now we're kind of cooking. And then feed this to the goat. Become hockey. Become tiger to buff all strawberries. What are you even saying? I think you'll find that the game is pretty self-explanatory if you have acute bouts of mental illness. Please kill him. Please kill him. Oh my god, he didn't even die. I'm gonna lose a light bulb off of this, but it did a lot of damage. Place an oregano. Create a hammer. Oh my god! I don't even want to talk about it. The thing that killed us, it was the goat. The goat killed us. If we'd taken sports, we win those. Easily. I'm getting it now. Yeah, that's the scary part, man. That's the scary part. Light bulbs become tornadoes, so we start to work on our next light bulb. Tavern's the play. That's what it's all about, man. You're not wrong about that one. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Step one, we need a... I'm not dumping a light bulb. I'd rather take damage than dump a light bulb. Worth. No, my tornado! My tornado killed a blowfish! The newspapers become a key. The key has become a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher has become the fucking Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty has become an airplane, which will level up random tokens on the board. All we care about, really, is as long as we have leaves on the board, which means it must not be the playoffs. Because they tend to do very badly in those. But you're gonna kill the blowfish. Trading a level 1 token for a blowfish is like it's the greatest trade deal in history. 4 leaves is actually like the perfect setup here. If you're trying to win the Eastern Conference All-Star game. If you're trying to win in the playoffs, it may not work. Man, fuck off. Could be worse. You could be the Canucks. We had, I don't even know. We probably had like 2 All-Stars last season. There wasn't even an All-Star game. We had 0 All-Stars last season. Ducks so bad they aren't even on the radar to get dunked on. True though, actually true. Diamond armor, full set. Diamond armor, full set, no pants. Greater than sign. Don't destroy a couch by accident. You gotta destroy something. You're destroying a leaf. Must be a hockey team from South Florida. If we're destroying a leaf, it must be a hockey team from South Florida. Keep them coming. It's just fun. It's just fun. A lot of shade from a Canucks fan. It's all fun and games, man. I wouldn't say I'm a Canucks fan. I would say I'm a Canucks follower. Somebody tell me why my token's being destroyed? Oh, because every time it eats something, it now moves to the top of the queue. It's not getting destroyed. It's getting replaced as our starting one every single time. Stop calling this slop. I think you could call it slop because I no longer think that slop is like an insulting term. Slop has become so ubiquitous that I just look at it as like it's just a word now. It's a word that signifies that the prefix is a genre or has a set of traits that are bundled together frequently as a descriptor. And that's fine, man. I mean, if someone calls something slop, that's chat slop. Wouldn't take offense to that. I mean, I'll take a duck. I don't think I need a duck, though. I'll take a duck. Guys, I destroyed something. What have I done? Guys, I'm screwing up my entire run by accident. I don't want ducks anymore. I'm sorry. I had to retry. I think I ruined my run. Oh, man. You think you would have been an early adopter of electricity? I think if electricity came about when I was 14, absolutely. I would have been like, Mom, Dad, you have to innervate this hut with wires ASAP. If it came about right now and I was 36, probably I'd be like, I don't really see the point, to be honest. I've lived this long without it. Why mess with it now, you know? Yeah, I'd be like, candles have been working fine for for hundreds of thousands of years, man. Nah, yeah, maybe I'll rip up all my walls, install copper snakes in them, and then let lightning travel through my house just so I can write in my ledger with a feather pen? I don't think so, buddy. What are you talking about? Walton Moggins? You know, it's not your fault. I doubt you're the first person to think of that. But that is pretty good. That is pretty good. You like the Saw movies? Are you dead ass saying that just because I like to play a game? Because that's, like, to be honest with you, a pretty harmful stereotype that all people who like games and playing them like Saw movies. You have Duolingo? I don't, but I was thinking of adding it into the routine, man. I think it goes well with a bullet journal. Writing down on your to-do list, do today's Duolingo, and then doing the Duolingo and checking it off. Ka-chik. It's AI slop now. What if I was trying to learn how to speak robot? It's not effective. I'll fucking bleep bloop beep bleep.
Beep boo 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 bop. Beep boo boo bop. Boo boo beep bop.
I just said you're online. You've got mail. That was my favorite robot, man. They should have stopped there. You've got mail. Or when you fucking sign off, aim, and it does the door closing sound. What I want to do is create a second airplane. The Wright brothers in 1871? I have no idea when the Kitty Hawk flew. I'm guessing 1871. 1903, way off. Way off. It's kind of crazy to me. You're telling me in 1903 they flew the Kitty Hawk, and then like in World War I they were starting to fly airplanes around and shoot each other in them? You would not catch me in a World War I era airplane. That's all I'm saying. I'm joining the infantry. Right? Guy who knows nothing about World War I, it would have been way safer to be in the trenches than up in the sky, man. It would have been no shot you're catching me in the World War I Air Force. Absolutely not. No, thank you, sir. I'll take my chances down in the trench. Did you know that? So obviously people flew on the Hindenburg because there were people on it when it exploded. Did you know they flew that bitch across the fucking Atlantic Ocean for like a year? Like it blew up after a year of service. You imagine being on a fucking transatlantic Hindenburg flight, man? The hell was what did the Hindenburg look like on the inside, man? Were there like rooms and shit? Because I'm just picturing like a big balloon with everybody on the floor. And was it like, was it loud or was it like totally, I don't know. Also, were you at the mercy of like one rogue individual? Like if somebody brought a dart into the Hindenburg and just like threw it at the floor, were you guys toast? Obviously, I know what happened to the Hindenburg, like, you know, at the end of the day, but that's probably what happened. The craziest thing about the Hindenburg I always think about is that you watch the video and you're like, that's so sad, everybody died. When you actually look it up, almost everybody lived, which is insane. Well, not almost, like 70% of the people on the airship lived, despite being on a balloon in the sky that was burning while it fell like 500 feet down to the earth. Because they weren't in the balloon? What are you talking about, man? Read a book sometime. Look at the picture. They were in the balloon. They were under the balloon? Really? They weren't inside like the Goodyear part? That doesn't seem right to me. I think it would be chilling if there was like a camera in my office that saw what happened when I stepped away from my desk, man. Because like I was smiling, laughing, emoting, and then I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I stood up with zero emotion on my face at all after I muted the microphone. It was like instant switch to like like serial killer mode. I was like, okay, I'll see you guys in a minute. Dead eyes, walk to the bathroom. I'm in piss mode. I did do the reverse Tony Collette. Best Vancouver summer events. Castellano Street Festival's pretty good. Otherwise, like, without being rude, because like these are events that are fun to go to if you're at like a different place in your life. If you enjoy baking in the hot sun on concrete where they've closed down the street for cars, and then like everything you could do at the festival being buying stuff or waiting in line for like an hour to go to a food truck, or like possibly being able to buy beer at like one of 2 specific locations where it's legal to buy beer because of overly regressive liquor licensing laws. There's a lot of those too. I'll take this. I don't drink anymore, but I'm pro adults should be able to have a couple beers in public. I know I'm still trying to figure out what this does not make me a libertarian. Stop saying that this makes me a libertarian. But I'm anti bylaws that punish people who follow the bylaws and don't affect the people who don't follow the bylaws. i.e., the people who can handle their shit when they're drunk in public, or having at least buzzed in public at the very least, they won't drink in public because they don't want to be degenerates, they don't want to get a ticket. But the people who are most likely to cause the problems are the ones who are like, I don't care about the bylaw, so you should just roll back the bylaw a little bit, man. Roll back the bylaw so that the people that are working Monday to Friday, they're project managers, they're software engineers, they're business analysts, they should be able to have a couple of 33 acres tall cans at the park, okay? They shouldn't have to like slam 8 of them at the microbrewery and then be like, okay, it's time to go outside. Like they should be able to do that outside in the sun, like God intended. Let's drink in public this summer. I'd have like a water. I'd have like a sparkling water or something. Coke Zero in public? Yes, sir. Absolutely. I feel weird though. What's funny, a bottle of soda in public feels totally normal. A can in public feels like everyone's looking at you, even though they're not. A can in public is like, did you bring that from home? Did you? People are like, this dude brought his own Coke Zero. Everybody look at this dude, he brought his own Coke Zero. No lid or nothing, man. Coffee mug from home on the walk around the neighborhood is aura. Guy who puts his coffee in a coffee mug and then drives to a nice neighborhood to do his walk so that everybody thinks that he lives in the neighborhood because he's got a ceramic coffee mug on his walk. Just driving to a nice neighborhood at like 7:15 in the morning with a ceramic mug just so you can say hi to all the NIMBYs. Did you see the fucking, they're trying to build an 8-story tall tower in that abandoned parking lot over there. My view of nothing, my view of the corner store. Did you see this? I'm afraid if you parked on the street, they've already called the cops on you. You know what's crazy? We don't live in a world like that in our city. They will put a note on your windshield that says, this is my parking spot. And then they'll guilt trip you as well. They'll be like, I was tired after a long day of work and then I had to walk 4 extra steps to get to I had to walk 4 extra tiles to get to my house. Even though, of course, you can park there. And hey buddy, why aren't you parking in your garage? Why aren't you parking in your garage? Is it full of Amazon boxes? Is it full of Amazon boxes you say you're gonna break down, but you're not breaking down? Why aren't you parking in your garage? Your garage is part of your house where you put your car. Anyway, that being said, the thing that's way worse, and I genuinely believe that it's way worse, is people will put out pylons, like orange traffic cones that are like, this is my spot. But they do it on the street. On the public road, they will put out 2 traffic cones as if to be like, don't park here, this is my spot. That's crazy. Free cones? I guess so, but then I wouldn't be able to park in my garage. I'd have too many cones. Mandelbaum. Mandelbaum. Lobsters? Lobsters that shit on your fucking ass, bro. You're in hell. You're in hell. Now we get to work on something fucking up here. Why is he saying Mandelbaum? Oh, that's gonna be hard now that I think about it. We gotta start with that. And then one of these. And then one of those. And then we gotta start the yeah. No! Oh, I thought I made him too strong. Sorry. I shouldn't have screamed like that. I thought I accidentally killed me lobster. We need a fucking mini mall to show up here. Oh, fuck, I've screwed you. My bad, y'all. My bad. A hammer, my lord. Oh, shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I did it again. Blowfish, mad, annoying, for sure. But you know what? Here we are. Little hammer for you. My bad, y'all. Just how? There's a lot going on, okay? Don't accidentally kill your lobster. That's good. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, because this triggers a passive every time. Jesus Christ. Skip me. Another lobster. Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, man. It's a hard game, okay? We're gonna have to punch through you at some point, man. Huge. Actually enormous. That one had strawberries. If it's the right play, it's the right play. Sorry. That was the wrong play. I have to agree to disagree on that one. Watch this. How about this for the wrong play? Lobster. Lobster in a place that makes no sense to have a lobster in. Greater than sign. Taking damage. Greater than sign. Not killing this guy in one turn, greater than sign. Dying. Dying, greater than sign. Oh, yes! Wait, I have to kill everything on this turn, man. I lived, bitch. I'm dying, bitch. I'm dying, bitch. We go again. Noel Gallagher ate me out behind a Wendy's. No, he didn't, man. No, he didn't. Inside of a Wendy's, I would believe that, but fucking flies, bro. In a Harvey's? That's so true. Gotta think of some Canadian bands, man. The bassist from Billy Talent sucked me off in a Harvey's once. People are like, what the hell? Geddy Lee showed me his hole inside of a fucking Swiss Chalet once. No, he didn't. I can't say that. Messing with that endo weed? I think I need a weed lesson, man. What's endo? Loud is bad weed that smells noxious. Indo, it's short for indoor, possibly grown in hydroponics. I see. So it was raised by a real smokeologist, so it's got to be good. Wait, loud is good? I thought loud was stinky and bad. Swag is bad. Got a lot to learn, man. I know hydro. Hydro's grown with hydroponics. So I'm assuming dro. Dro is short for hydro, which is already short for hydroponics. It's like a double short form. So what the hell is BC Hydro's problem? Because my electricity be like swag. I think. You know, is this anything? How do you do, fellow kids? I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Level 3 and lower destroyed effects. Roll me. I don't see destroyed. On destroyed. If there's a juice box on the board, count down one of them. Otherwise, create a juice box. Fuck do we care, man? We don't fucking care. Trigger all lower level tokens with destroyed effects. That's good? No, wrong. It's skipped. Juice boxes are good for tornadoes. Alright, I might be stupid. Just the dev. Devs don't know everything about their own games, okay? That's why there's playtesters like me. You plan on building at all? Listen, kid. I would be building to levels that you wouldn't even understand if it weren't for the fact that every time I build up something, it ends up being destroyed, and it makes me want to cry. Get him out of here. Are you shitting me? Get him out of here! Wait, beers on tornadoes, maybe, my lord? Beers on tornadoes? What do? You do enough. Guys, we're gonna lose this turn. I need candles, toot sweet. I've lost. I've lost again. Alright, Dev, square up. This has been my whole late morning, early afternoon. Square up. We have to fight now. We're going, I got one more in me. We're gonna do this. This is gonna work, man. Try a different board. No, man! Absolutely not! We gotta hit you 11 times. That's not an easy task. Never mind, it turns out it's not that hard at all. Jesus Christ, man! The scorpions keep buffing the fucking spider, dude. There's nothing you can do. Jesus Christ. Hello, devs? Hello? Level up the new token can go to level 9, create a copy of it. Sure, man. Sure. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. For a guy like me, but we're going to try. Okay, well, more scorpions. Literally, who cares? Who cares? Well, have 36 HP. See if I care. You know what? He's just going to do 1 damage anyway. I'm the type of beast who doesn't want to take damage. Whatever. I'm taking a hit, but I'm printing. I think getting rid of a key guaranteed that we took damage there. Might have been the dumbest decision ever made. I'm dead. We go one more time. I never should have taken the comet, man. Can you do the dance? You mean this one? The Kung Fu dance? I got one more in me. Okay, don't play this. It's too advanced for... Well, it's not too advanced for you. It's too advanced for me. I don't want you to play it and make me feel bad. Saved. Okay, glove is crazy. Headphones are very good against you. Light bulbs are going to be better against you, but we might want to wait until we get... Well, I was going to say wait till you get one more turn in the future, but... Oh! We'd like to trigger your appear effect and then just put one of you on the board. I think you're going to create, like, houses for me. We got to do some damage at some point, though. Y'all, I don't know about this one. That's really good. I enjoyed that. Okay, I think I've figured it out. We can't have any paintings left on the board. If we have any paintings left on the board, it ruins the run. So let's just hope this goes off 89 times. We might be in trouble, y'all. I'm pretty sure we just died again. Please, please, please. Not that one! Please, please. Oh! Okay. Okay, leave the headphones. Leave the headphones. I shouldn't have put a glove on. More headphones, though. More headphones. Not the glove. Not the glove, man. Not the gloves! Do the headphones, headphones, headphones. Not the glove! No! We had such a good run, man. We had such a good run. Oh, brother. Still, dude, Merge Maestro, it's great when you lose a roguelike and you're like, this is really fun. I want to play more Merge Maestro tomorrow. I don't know if we will, though. Either way, Kate, are you ready to stream? What a game. Mushroom Musume tomorrow? Maybe. I haven't looked at chat in like 3 hours, to be honest with you. I don't know what people are saying. Probably like, wow, he's the best player of this game I've ever seen, if I had to guess. Putting your credit card details into Steam tomorrow? No, man, I think I'm taking advantage of an underpriced market. People keep releasing awesome roguelikes for free. Hola, people. This is such a chibly coded comment. I couldn't believe it wasn't from him. Hola, people, long-time YouTube viewer, second-time Twitch chatter, dropped by to share a brief boomer rant. I went to uni in a time when the professors cared enough to make your life difficult. Now they don't even care enough to stop you from using ChatGPT for your assignments. Tisk tisk, boomer rant over. I saw it happen in chat when it happened, and I was like, I just can't reply to it. If you're still here, if that's bait, you've done an amazing job. It's a boomer rant, but it checks out. It doesn't check out because our professors didn't really give a shit about us when I went to school. I don't know. Maybe if you were like their third student ever, they did, though. I ever told you this story about probably like 100 times, if I had to guess. In my senior year of university, so like literally I'm doing exams, hoping that I graduate and assuming that I'm going to graduate because passing the class isn't that hard. And then I was about to write the final exam for like one of my animal biology courses or whatever. And then my professor was like, hey, why are you writing the exam? You didn't hand in the final assignment. So mathematically, it's like not possible for you to pass. And I said, actually, I did hand in the final assignment. And he said, well, I never got it. And I said, well, I put it in the inbox, like right outside of your office. So it should be there. And he said, well, we'll see. So then I wrote the full exam at 170 beats per minute for 3 hours sustained. And like 2 days later, he emailed me and was like, oh, by the way, I found your assignment. It was on my desk. That's the state of professorial conduct circa 2010. Zone 7 exam. I think he was doing, you know what he was doing? He was doing a Fletcher on me. And he was waiting for me to go. I still think, stop talking about how the movie is about Fletcher being a bad teacher. He's literally an awesome teacher. Miles Teller became the best jazz drummer at the entire school, maybe in the tri-state area. And the real moral of the story of Whiplash is if you want to be the best at something, you have to crash your car. Jesus, when did society go so soft, man? Finally, someone gets it. I want to see one of the midwit memes. That's like the idiot is like, the story's about the sacrifices you have to make to become great. And then the genius is, the story's about the sacrifices you have to make to become great. And then the middle is like, no, Fletcher's a bad teacher who should be fired by Juilliard or whatever. Whiplash was about how Fletcher is a good teacher. Thank you. Exactly. Is Kate live? Yes, with Uma. Yeah.
Do you know what I do every time when I wake up? When I wake up every morning, the first thing I do, take my cell phone, launch this app, check where we are sitting. And this morning, our rank was at 400, and I was like, oh no. Who do I kick? Who do I kick from our club? We got to 366. Count your blessings. Daddy Peloton is carrying us. Daddy Peloton is carrying us, dude. Excuse me? My husband should be looking after my child 50 minutes ago. Excuse me? Who's looking after my child? Who's looking after my child right now? Ryan, can you purge your followers who have not logged in?
All right, there's 11 spots.
11 spots, everybody. 11 spots.
Wife who talks like Trump.
You must sub to me. You must sub to me in order to end Ryan.
Wife who talks like Trump greater than sign. I heard. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you, America.
That's not what I said.
You've made us the most gift sub streamer
That is not what I said.
we've ever seen.
That's not even what I said at all.
We got horses that are better than their horses. Chimney's horses are nasty horses. They're not nice to deal with. They're not nice horses. We have the nicest.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There, not yesterday. On Sunday, we were at a bookstore, and then we were like shopping books for our daughter, and then she bumped into a person because like a kid, like a 4-year-old kid. They're like a rabid dog. They don't walk straight. They literally walk anything but walking straight. They just go crazy. And I was like, walk straight. You're gonna bump into people. And then obviously she bumped into a person, and I said, you have to go to her and apologize to her. You don't bump into people like that. That's why you need to walk straight. Go over to her and say sorry. And then my daughter said, I'm sorry. But then the person who got bumped into, she just like kept on walking. So it's like she got donowalled. But then at the same time, a person who works at the bookstore said, oh, excuse me, are you northernlion? And then Ryan's like, yes, I am. And I was like, oh, brother. That's so embarrassing. I was like parenting. I was like momming out. I was like, this is not how you're supposed to behave in the public area. You have to go to her and apologize to her. Oh, excuse me, are you northernlion? I was like, oh no. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. It's like, I love your videos, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh, no. I wanted to hide, man. I wanted to hide. And he got recognized like 2 times, literally in the span of like 30 minutes. Just before we got into the bookstore, there was a guy walking like a husky. Maybe it wasn't a husky, but it was like a big dog. And I love big dogs. And then I was like, oh my God, look at that big dog. So cute. And I said that. I was like, I didn't say it like super loud, but I said like, wow, look at that big dog. He's so cute. And then I was just looking at the dog, but then the dog owner said, hey, northernlion, I love your videos. Keep it up. And I was like, oh, brother, I hope you didn't hear what I said.
I can't. The outside is dangerous now. I can't just be me. I can't say I love that big dog. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? I wonder he was like, Kate is weird. Oh man. Dog person in this chat right now is just being, no! Are you the person? Were you the guy who was walking the dog? I said, I love your dog. I don't know if you heard me, but I was embarrassed. No, please tell me you're, no! Are you the dog person? Are you joking me? Are you just saying that to make me even more embarrassed? Because now there are layers of embarrassment right now. I got caught 2 times. Now I cannot even share the story of my embarrassment. Because now it amplifies. Folded by 2. But if you were the dog person, your dog was extremely cute though. I was like, wow, that dog was really cute. No! But yeah, I definitely, at least, you know, I don't know. I wasn't like a meanie out in the public. I was just teaching my daughter how to behave. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. There will be more Uma Musume tomorrow. I gotta train like 1,000 horses right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow, everybody. See you. Bye.
Don't start the singing, then you can't stop. So true. When you were young, you were the king of Austin Powers. And now you kidnapped Nigel Powers as his foe to get the man of mystery to show. This is the room one afternoon where Fat Bastard ate you. And how Felicity Shagwell shagged him real well to place a homing device where no one dared to dwell.